Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How's it going out there?
Good. How are you?
Nice. Good, pretty good. All right. Well, it's a fair afternoon for this kind of debate.
It's very, very fair.
Would you like to tell the folks what we're debating about today?
Well, I'm debating about the cons of legalizing marijuana. What are you debating?
I'm debating, obviously, about the pros of legalizing marijuana. The many, many pros, which we won't be able to get through in this one seating today. Colin may be able to get through the cons, but I won't be able to get through the pros.
Talking a little pregame smack here.
Just warming up for a win.
Well, you want to hear a couple little facts about marijuana?
Let's hear a fun fact.
Well, the use of marijuana recreationally was allowed up until 1937, when the U.S. federal government banned the use of marijuana.
All right, my turn to say a fun fact. Until 1833, marijuana, which is hemp is the whole plant, was the largest agricultural crop in the world. The first law ever passed concerning marijuana was in the Jamestown colony in 1619. The law ordered farmers to grow the crop.
Yeah, that's before everyone started to realize that, wow, look, you can smoke this thing.
And the thing about that is you couldn't actually smoke industrial hemp. You couldn't smoke it. There was no way
you could smoke part of it. You couldn't smoke the whole hemp plant.
No, you can't smoke the agriculture, the processed crop. You could smoke the plant part, the cannabis part, which the cannabis is the certain part of the plant. Which they started figuring that out is they was some they were like, there's this thing called something newscasts, right? They were fake newscasts, and they were accusing blacks and Mexicans of smoking marijuana, and then started to worship the devil and ridicule whites. And so I guess that's what made everyone think that it was bad and was horrible.
Well, some of the first states started to outlaw it because Mormons were marijuana was influenced by Mormons going to Mexico, where the Spanish people lived, the Mexicans, and were bringing back the cannabis part of the plant to smoke it illegally.
Obviously, they were bringing it back. They made it illegal. They were going to bring it back. They're not going to leave their hometown so they can leave their thing that they like to do. And that was like when they started to think that it was really that bad, which it's just a bunch of baloney that they think it's that bad, because there's very few things that are really that horrible about marijuana.
Well, that could be said about every other drug. It only affects you a little bit, only for a couple hours.
Tobacco is the number one killer in the world. Number one in the United States. Number one killer. It affects you deeply, deeply.
Marijuana too. It can make you have poor mental and physical health.
Marijuana has killed 0 people.
Well, it's not that it may not be that marijuana has, but people that have smoked marijuana could have been killed because of what happens to you.
What happens to you, Colin? What exactly actually happens to you when you smoke marijuana?
You can have impaired vision, loss of hearing, impaired motor coordination, impaired judgment. You have 5-fold higher risk of a heart attack.
So 5 times a higher risk of heart attack.
5-fold, because I'm from
the big
South
guys out there. Alright, so there's some things that have said it's never killed anyone. There may be some things that could happen to you when you're on marijuana. You're not going to go out and try and do things after you smoke marijuana. You're not going to be like, oh, I want to just go play golf after I just smoked. It's not going to be good for you to do that. That's like drinking and trying to throw darts. Doesn't work that well.
Well, it could also be because after you smoke marijuana, people generally report lower life satisfaction.
That's okay. Maybe the people who smoke marijuana go and they sit in their house for a little bit and they smoke marijuana and they for a while and they smoke around and they just sit there. That's just lazy. That's just the people who don't want to go and do things. So I know some people, well, I don't know them, but I've been told that when you smoke marijuana, you want to go out and you want to get stuff done. But it also relaxes you at the same time. So you're not all that high strung. Makes you relax. Those people are procrastinators, the ones that don't do anything and have lower life satisfactory.
Yes, and people that have smoked weed and have been tested have come up with less academic and career success compared to the peers that came from the same background that did not smoke any kind of weed.
Oh, well, the test they probably did on those kids were they probably took the kids who don't really do much with their life and they don't go out and they do things. I'm just being judgmental here, but those drug users could be pretty low life guys. They could have tested those guys. Marijuana helps you concentrate. It makes you concentrate. It may make you less up and giddy to go and do things, but it helps you focus. It helps you higher your heart rate, but as well make you focus on your things. So you'll do things at a better pace, but you'll focus more.
Okay, so you're telling me that you're supposed to focus more.
It helps you focus. It calms your mind.
If you,
according to tests.
If you drive after smoking marijuana, it more than doubles a driver's risk of being in an accident because it impairs your motor coordination and impairs your judgment. So even if you think you're more focused, you could just be following the yellow snake down the road.
Okay.
And running and go head on into a car.
I wonder what percent alcohol impairs your motor skills by. You know, I wonder what that fact is. I'm sure it's a lot higher than marijuana is. I know if I went outside and I spun around in a bunch of circles, I'd impair my motor skills very high.
Yes. Well, I think that happens to the most of us.
Yes, exactly. So it could not. It's not meaning that marijuana is that bad.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
What has ever happened to someone that's used marijuana? What is the worst thing that's ever happened to someone that's used
cancer?
That smoked marijuana? Cancer. That's lung cancer. That's what you get from anything you smoke.
Then don't smoke.
When marijuana, you inhale it. That's why you don't smoke marijuana. You can eat it. You can make it into like a butter kind of substance and bake it. You don't have to deal with that lung cancer. That's inhaling plant matter. That is obviously could give you lung cancer.
Okay, well, little topper offered. Marijuana is bad, but it is often used as a stepping stone drug, which is very, very bad.
Marijuana's grown out of the ground. It is a crop. It's not like we're going out there and we're milling this stuff and we're not.
We actually were milling.
We're not like creating it in the big. No, the people who do it, they grow it. They grow it from the ground and they do it as a self-business. They keep themselves alive, okay? I feel so strongly about this point. It just makes me sad that people would think so badly about it.
Well,
it hurts. It could be a stepping stone drug.
That's a very touching point, but most people don't use it. They do it just to
Most people don't use it?
All
right.
Don't use it for that thing. They just want to get people high, okay?
In 1937, there was estimated to be 550,000 marijuana users. Now, it's still illegal. It was illegal then, and it's legal now. It's not stopping anyone making it. It's not stopping anyone making it legal or illegal. It's just if we make it legal, it lowers crime rate. It lowers things like that deal with smuggling the drug and in jail for possessing the drug. Now, there is known to be more than 50 million users of marijuana. That is a 100,000% increase.
You know, I think we just gotta stop now before you just push me over the edge. And
I
just
feel
facts on
so
you.
strongly about this point. It was great debating with you.
Great
we'll have to
debating about
finish this off eventually sometime.
Okay.
We'll see how this drug does in the long run.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, sir.